Good afternoon and welcome to the garden. It's Wednesday, the middle of the week, and we are very, very pleased to be with you. I'm going to share with you today something from my devotion and my walk today. It's been 2 days since I've restarted doing my early morning walks because I felt I needed to be reinvigorated, given an extra boost, and also to ensure that I had some deep, fresh emotional and mental breaths. So, something that caught my attention when I went out this morning was a beautiful rainbow because just as I started walking, down came the rains and I was forced to seek shelter very quickly and was hoping that I would be able to get out. And then of course, a couple of minutes later, probably about 10 minutes later, the rains had ceased, and there up above was a beautiful, bright, large rainbow. And I thought to me it symbolized some hope. And I know many of us are going through some things now, and some of us are downhearted, some of us are uncertain, unsure, anxious, even annoyed, because I've been annoyed at a couple of things of late. And hope that a rainbow got some hope. In addition to that, as I walked along, and those of you who know me know I just go very, very, very wild when I see flowers, wild in a good way, of course. I just can't help myself. So I was able to take some pics, and there, as I looked at the petals, there were the tiny droplets of water from the recent rains, and they seemed to be so sparkly and fresh. And it spoke to me and said, this is like nutrients, water being given to the flowers, and they are now in a state of extra wellness. And I thought the hope for us as we are going through and the wellness, those two things are important. And then, of course, as I walk, I usually listen to a number of songs. Many of them are favorite songs of mine. But this morning, three of them spoke to me in particular. And just before I talk a little bit about those songs, I'm going to read for you something that I would have written to myself last year, August, that says, the heart and the mouth are inextricably linked. The mouth speaks what the heart dictates, be it slithery and forked, sordid and disgusting, or pure and honest. So, whatever it is you're going to speak about yourself today and even about someone else, think about whether it's something that's pure and honest. The other bit of words that I want to read to you says there's something about worship that settles and anchors you so that issues and situations take a back seat, not because they don't exist and are cause for concern, but your outlook becomes different. And so as I walked and listened, three of the songs that stood out for me were Highs and Lows by Joel Houston from Hillsong, and some of the lines that says, you're too good to let me go. You are with me through it all. Even if I'm on the wings of the sea, even if I make my bed in hell, if I'm going through so much, even if I'm so elated, whatever my state, that you, God, are with me. So I'd just like to say and encourage all of you out there at this time, whatever it is that you're going through, that you're feeling, know this, that you can call on God because He will be with you. He's with you. He's right there. You only need to know that. So, in your down moments and in your exhilarating moments. And the other one that spoke to me was New Wine. Again, another Hillsong song. And some of the lines say, in the crushing and in the pressing, you are making new wine. It also said, when I trust you, I don't need to worry about anything. I don't need to understand why when I trust you. Because as I'm being crushed and pressed with the situations that are bringing me down and under, I must know that I'm going to re-emerge as a more confident and resilient person that can handle things and that I'll be able to manage my emotions in the times of crisis. And the other one, the superb one, is the one, again by Hillsong, that says peace. You know, sometimes our mind tells us otherwise, and thoughts come, and that's why there's a verse that speaks about bringing thoughts into captivity and throwing down all those thoughts that are not encouraging ones. The song speaks about the peace of God. Peace, even when our mind is wreaking havoc and things don't seem as they should be, there is a sense of peace that is offered. So I'd just like to say hope and wellness. New wine as you've been crushed and pressed in your high and on your low moments. He's right there to uphold you, to uphold us, and of course, by all means, to offer a sense of peace. And so I'd just like to encourage you. And again, I'd like to reiterate that whatever it is you need to do to get your emotional and mental deep, fresh breaths, do that. It is very, very important, particularly in these times. It is very easy for us to be very on edge. It is very easy for us to get frustrated, for us to get annoyed, disgusted, angry, irate, anxious, unnerved, depressed, suicidal, aggressive, violent, and all the other negative ones, all the other negative emotions that are going to come to the fore. But we must know that as we have been crushed, we need to know that it's for a purpose. So we need to re-emerge and know there's a peace and God is with us. And certainly we must know how to manage our emotions as well. My friends, my followers, and anyone else out there who is listening to me, be at peace. Know that your crushing will cause you to re-emerge as a stronger, resilient, confident person. It isn't all over. It is never over. You are still breathing. So many persons have been taken away. You are still here. The rainbow speaks to hope. The water on the petals speaks of wellness. Have a beautiful Wednesday evening and take care of yourself.